Kosick reporting. Meantime, the person or people who won $1 billion in the lottery Friday night have not come forward yet. This Speedway gas station here in Des Plaines, Illinois, about 20 miles northwest of Chicago, sold the winning ticket. The Mega Millions jackpot was $1.34 billion at the time of the drawing. The Illinois winners of winners in Illinois of more than $250,000 can stay anonymous, although I checked the Illinois Lotto's winner's handbook, and it says Lotto officials, in fact, do have to release winner names and cities of residence in some instances. So far, no one has tried to cash in, according to a spokesperson for the Illinois Lottery. The ticket holder has up to a year from the time of the drawing to claim the prize. We have a new video to show you tonight at 11. When you're on live TV for a living, lots of awkward things can happen when you're in front of a camera, although never to Robert and I, including losing a tooth. Take a look at this.
Sorry. Are you okay?
No, I'm not. My tooth.
What did you bite into something?
I did. I can't believe it.
Craig Bennett is an entertainment reporter for Australia's Studio 10. Craig later said the tooth felt a little wobbly earlier, but he figured it would make it through the morning. Robert Bennett said he bit down on a hard piece of toast for breakfast. He did finish his live report with the tooth in hand. And I gotta correct myself, Robert and Lee. That was the correct usage in that phrase earlier. Anyways, Robert, you've never had something like that on TV. Never watched it during a forecast? No?
Never. No, look at, and certainly never teeth. Look at these pearly whites. I'm glad I have them, knock on wood. I mean,
that's right, yes.
Yeah, so, no, I've never done anything like that. I'm proud of you. Yeah, correcting your grammar, and you got Des Plaines correctly.
I Googled it before.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's all it takes.
I got family in that area of Illinois. I have to get that right, correct?
That makes sense. It's good. So all the competence you need here in tonight's broadcast with John and myself. Also, some good news for you is that, well, maybe good news. Some of you want to keep summer around a while, and trust me, it's going to be here for a little while. But climatologically, our average temperature is on the descent. Now, what's an average temperature? When we mention average temperature, usually it doesn't mean the average throughout the area or average throughout the day. We're typically referring to the climatological average. And so for most of July, climatologically, any given day in July, the high temperature is 86. Now, certainly it can be hotter than that. Certainly it can be cooler than that. But on average, throughout at least the last 30 years, it's about 86 degrees. But starting today, our average is actually 85. And so we are trending cooler now, climatologically, trending cooler as we approach winter. So it is still plenty warm, though. We're going to see temperatures in the 90s this week. But we are on our descent. Now, as we moved into the morning this morning, temperatures were actually pretty warm, at least warmer than yesterday. I mean, still kind of comfortable, though. You can see very few of us actually dropped into the 50s overnight. Urbana dropped to 59. Richmond also dropped to 59, but that's it. The rest of us bottomed out in the 60s. Now, yesterday, everybody reached the 50s except for Dayton. Dayton got down to about 60 degrees. So this morning was a little bit warmer, and that's the way it's going to trend. Today, it was actually a little bit cooler in the afternoon, mainly because we had some cloud cover move into the afternoon. So 80 degrees, which is as warm as we got in Dayton today, 82 in Wapakoneta. Some places, they only reached the 70s. Temperatures now, a lot of us in the 60s, at 72 still in Dayton. Salina's at 72. It looks like Liberty is also at about 70 degrees, but the rest of us in the 60s. So we're a little bit warmer than this time yesterday, about a few degrees across a majority of the region. There's a couple places down south that are a little cooler, but we're generally going to trend warmer as we move into the week. We're going to be back in the 90s. Low temperatures are going to be back in the 70s. One reason why we're going to be warmer at night is because winds are out of the south. That's bringing in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. It's bringing in just warm air, period. And while the winds aren't strong, we're going to see that steady flow of southerly winds, generally out of the south, bringing in that warm air, bringing in that humid air. And our humidity has increased a little bit. We know that because the dew points are in the 60s. You can see when they're in the mid to low 60s. It's a little bit sticky out there. Certainly could be worse. Like, I think it was Thursday, we had dew points in the mid 70s. That's which something you see in the Gulf Coast. But we're a little sticky outside right now. It's still comfortable, but when you were outside? I think I was sitting outside earlier at Starbucks. I was like, this just feels fantastic. It's a little bit sticky because I went on a little walk after. I sweat pretty easily, but like I said, it could be worse, and it will get warmer as we move into the week. You can see Wednesday and Thursday highs in the 90s. Typically, this time of year, we're 85, and that's generally where we're going to be Monday into Tuesday. Now, we're not looking at much cloud cover or rain across our region, across really the states. As we move into tomorrow, though, you can see a couple isolated showers possible in the afternoon. Hit or miss, not everyone will see rain, but we definitely do expect a chance of some thunderstorms. Wouldn't rule out a stray strong storm, but as we move into the rest of the week, warmer temperatures and better chance for rain.
All right, thanks, Robert. Today, the Reds toppled the Orioles thanks to a home run